All right, guys, welcome back to the FullofBS podcast with myself and Noah.
What's going on, guys?
We are two guys who act like we know everything, but actually don't know nothing.
But actually, we know everything.
Yeah, let's run this intro. Let's have some fun, guys.
We are very opinionated people.
You mean we're assholes? All right, guys, welcome back to episode, I want to say, number 16 of the podcast.
Jesus Christ, bro.
That's 4 months, my guy.
Jeez,
no
we've
weeks
been doing
off.
it for 4 months.
I know.
It's so easy. Like I said, it's just so easy to do.
No,
So
we
it's-
just have fun doing it. The only thing now is, like, we're doing so much more shit than when we started.
in
like-
what way, bro?
Fine, at least me. Like, your boy works like a motherfucker right now.
Okay, it's been no different for me.
No, like I think it was like episode 3 or 4. I was talking about like how I have nothing to fucking do, and
Mhm.
like part of that is adding a lot of stress onto me. Now I got too much to do.
In what way?
Like a week ago, right? So I work at a restaurant, as we all know, and a week ago my manager specifically messaged me, like direct messaged me, saying, "Hey, are you okay if I legitimately give you every fucking shift possible known to man?" And I'm
Okay.
And like a dumbass, I said, okay. I worked from Tuesday to Sunday, 6 days in a row. We're doing this on a Monday, right? A long weekend. And each day, besides Sunday, was about 10 hours.
Okay.
As a server, that's like unheard of, okay?
Okay.
And it takes me an hour plus to get there and an hour plus to get back. Like an hour and 10 each way. So I literally live, eat, sleep, breathe, everything fucking work right now. Thank God I got 3 days off.
Okay, wait, hold up. Do you want to have a beer while we do this?
Yeah, I'm grabbing a beer.
Should we just pause it?
No pause. You know what? We're going to do? Let's do the snap, okay?
Oh,
that-
baby.
That won't be on sync at all, but it's fine.
No, it's all
All
good.
right, well, cheers, brother.
Cheers, cheers.
So, yes, I actually need this right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. Like, I'm a little tired, you know. Let's get some beer in our system.
Dude, I'm just tired because, like, I'll tell you what, right? So, I told you, I worked so many fucking hours,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't like I could do, like, a normal 8 hours and that was it. It was like my sleep, I got home at so late in the night because I was closing almost every single shift that my sleep altered. I woke up super fucking late. It was like the old Jamie,
Mm-hmm.
only it wasn't because I wanted to. It was because I had to.
Okay.
Like when I closed, I want to say 5 out of the 6 shifts, and a closing shift there is start at 4 p.m. Like you get out when you can, probably like 2 a.m. And I gotta take a bus home,
Jeez.
like a bus home or a train home. And then I gotta grab my car from the GO
Yeah,
station.
how do you get home when it's late at night?
There's a bus until 2:15 in the morning, so I gotta make the last one at the very least. If not, there is I fucking hate this one. A fucking actual like streetcar line that goes like all the way up to like maybe 2/3 of the way, and then because I'm out of downtown, it's like a $15 Uber to grab my car and then drive home. So some days I got home at like 4 a.m.
Jesus Christ, bro.
But yo, your boy made some fucking guap, bro. Like, let me tell you what, I may not be the fastest or the smartest server, but I am the best server. Okay? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I have the wittiest of comebacks for any situation, but like, you ever go to a restaurant, right? And the server is like just dull.
Sure.
Like, it's like, hey guys, how may I help you? But like, there's like no interaction there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm straight up fucking roasting my customers, and they're loving it. Okay. Like, so I like, obviously you don't do it to every table.
Are they loving it though?
No,
Or are you
100%.
loving it?
No, you like, if you got to know your audience, right? Like, so
Mhm.
where I work, it's really dependent on like events and like pre-gaming and like post shows and stuff like that. So it's like guys trying to have a good time, whatever. So I'm like, if I know they're having a good time, I'm gonna make them have a better time. Like,
Okay.
let me put into perspective here. Yesterday, I had a table of 5 people who came from the Toronto Blue Jays game,
Mhm.
right? It was an early game, so it was like 3 p.m. And they came, they had a couple drinks, some food, whatever. And so it was 3 guys, 2 girls, like a family, right? And the 3 guys all had beer, but they had the double pints, which is called a stein.
Okay.
So like a regular pint is 18 ounces, let's say. This one's 30 ounces. And then one woman had a mixed drink that was a double shot, and the other one had a 5-ounce wine.
Okay.
Not an 8-ounce, which is a small one, right? The second she said 5 ounces, everyone looked at her funny. The second I saw them look at everyone, I started roasting her.
Okay.
Full on and they were loving it. They were all laughing, having a good time. And then, so drinks come out, right? I'm like, you guys want to order some food as well? They start ordering food, right? But one dude is like, this has bacon on it, right? And then I'm like, yes, it does. He's like, can I not have the bacon, right? I look at him, I'm like, why, right? Straight up, just why? And like everyone's like giggling a little bit. It's like, oh, I don't like bacon. I'm like, dude, I love bacon. I'm offended because I am a bad Jew. Mm-hmm. They're like, what the fuck? And they start crying. Like, I'm like, I didn't think it was that funny at first, right? But they're like, dude, you fucking said
it's just something different.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they don't expect it, right? Like, they started roasting me after. It was a good time, and they tip fucking well. Your boy makes amazing percentages, by the way.
It's some good shit.
A bad night for me is I'm making 18% tips.
Okay, well, that's lit. You're working long hours, making good tips.
Making good money, bro. Like, I'm averaging, like, I want to say $250 a night in tips. Not including pay, which is another 150. Your boy's guapping the fuck out right now.
Yeah,
feels some good shit. Not to mention, being a server, you know what that means? Means you have the fattest fucking wallet ever.
Of cash, yeah.
You know how fucking gangster it is to go somewhere and be like, this is $300, let's say, and they bring the machine out. You're like, ha, fuck no. Here's some cash.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of it.
You know how gangster that feels? Dude.
It's some good shit, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. My dick is bigger than most people for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of big dicks, bro. I want to talk about the UFC, bro. The last UFC was crazy. Did you watch?
I couldn't. I was working.
Oh, my God, bro.
I watched highlights.
So, Brandon Moreno.
Gangster.
I underestimated Brandon Moreno. I thought, like, he was really good. I didn't think he was, like, championship-esque. Like, I thought, like...
Even though he was the champ?
Yeah. I thought, like, the fight with Kai France, I thought it would be a very close fight, like, maybe this way, maybe that way.
Okay.
Bro, that kick that he landed, that folded Kai France, I was like, put some respect on that guy's name, dude, bro.
I'm sorry to say, to all the Figueiredo fans, that third fight, Moreno won the fight. Mm-hmm. You can talk about how he got knocked down in 3 separate rounds. You can go for that. And I think 2 of those rounds Figueiredo won. But I think it was round number 4, I believe, or something like that. Moreno was dominating the round besides him getting knocked down with 30 seconds left. And then he got right back up and kept winning the fight. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they gave that specific round to Figueiredo. It could have been a different round.
The reffing in the UFC is just trash.
It is. And I could have been wrong on which round it was or whatever, but I think if you guys are fight fans, you know what I'm talking about. But Moreno won that fight. The first fight, he got lucky that there was a point taken away, but he got better. And then the second fight, he fucking killed Figueiredo. But I think Moreno's the champ.
Yeah, so I thought that was good. And then also, like, Amanda Nunes coming back, bro. She went southpaw the whole fight, which I thought was very interesting. And then she just kept landing the right hook. And I didn't...
Can I tell you why?
Why?
Juliana Pena, overrated as all hell. Okay?
Bro, she beat Amanda Nunes.
Hold up. And I'll explain why she's overrated as a motherfucker. And she, like, always talks about how people don't give her the credit she deserves. Watch the first fight back, right? She caught Nunes, right? And that's what, like, don't get me wrong, that's a fucking feat in its own. And, like, no one's really done that. And Nunes couldn't recover, even though it was, like, over, like, a 2 fucking round thing. But if you watch her fight, she just runs and has, like, a weird fucking...
Yeah.
Like...
I know what you mean.
Like, in the men's division, sorry to say, that happens, you're getting fucking clocked. Because you leave yourself
she did get clocked.
She did.
She got dropped 5 times, bro.
Yeah. In the second fight, you mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, but she kept doing that. It's like, it looks like a Looney Tunes fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry to say, but like
comparing the UFC championship to Looney Tunes.
But think about it. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen a championship fight where there's no technique in it.
Yeah. She's just running forward and yeah. I don't know.
That's why I get mad at a lot of these women fights, because
she still did beat the greatest.
She did.
The greatest
women's
fighter of all time.
I think I said this before as well, but I think Nunes gave the fuck up.
Yeah, she did.
The second she got knocked, she was like, what the fuck? Like, she gave up the neck and tapped immediately. Like, which if you watch Uncle Chael, like, he'll tell you, that like when someone sinks in a rear naked choke, and it looks a little too easy, it's because it is.
Yeah.
It's because they gave
That
it
makes
up.
sense.
Like it looked like she just gave it up and then tapped, and then she was all happy after. So I'm like, yeah, that seems a little weird.
Nah, Amanda Nunes just like made Juliana Pena her bitch, but that's not what I wanted to really talk about. I just kind of want to bring it up because there's some good fights. I'm gonna go a week back, and I'm gonna say this, bro. Paddy the Baddy. Is he not your favorite fighter, bro? When I watch him, first of all, his entrance is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like the lights go off and that fucking music goes on, the whole crowd goes crazy, bro. He's on his second fight, third fight, bro. The crowd's going crazy and they're chanting like, a chant just for him, bro. I've never seen anything like that in the UFC, where it's like almost like soccer, bro.
You know what we need more of in this fucking world? Sorry, I just saw that in the angle. When it comes to UFC fighters, like Izzy Adesanya is the best example. Maybe his fights recently haven't been entertaining, but the before, like the lead up and the post is fantastic. Paddy's in that area where he's not really fighting ranked fighters, so the fight can be fucking bonkers.
Yeah,
like it could be amazing. So the before, during, and after is all entertaining because before he's talking his shit. After like he has like the crowd in the palm of his hands with his post game. Like in this last one, he talked about his friend passing away, right? And he like it's a really like bad thing that happened, right? And he's talking about like men need to get help.
Yeah. And
the whole crowd is on his back about it. Like he's got the crowd by the fucking balls, right? And like in the pregame, he's talking all this shit. Like I think in the build up to his second fight,
it's a complete opposite.
No, but like I'm saying like. Everything he's doing, the crowd loves.
Yeah.
Like, you see how many UFC fighters are running up the rankings or whatever, but they're not getting paid like Paddy or Sugar Sean because no one gives a fuck about their pregame or their postgame. They only care about the fight.
Okay, well, there's something about fighter pay, bro. Like, Paddy the Baddy signed with Barstool Sports. Did you know that?
Okay.
So I think they're paying him somehow.
No,
but they're paying him bank.
He also signed a new contract with the UFC.
Yeah, I don't know.
After 2 fights.
But he's with Barstool somehow, and he's getting a lot of money through Barstool.
Yeah.
Bro, but before that, when he was saying in his first fight, he made like 60 grand, I think he said.
Yeah, with like
60 grand, bro. Where you fight like twice, but you're a main attraction in the UFC.
Well,
Come on.
Well, if you look at like a lot of prelim fighters and even some of like,
it might have been like 16 grand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1.6.
Yeah, what the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah,
16
that's the
grand?
entry level UFC pay.
It's crazy.
Like for all the early prelim fighters, even some main card fighters who literally don't draw a single thing, they're getting paid 20/20s or 40/40s, meaning 40 to show up, 40 to win, 20 to show up, 21, 16 even. I think the lowest is 12. I might be wrong. It's 12 or 16, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Paddy only did that because he was a new fighter in the UFC, and now his new contract, he's already making 6 figures per fight, right? But it's because he's entertaining the crowd. Like Sugar Sean,
same thing.
Like he makes more than like the majority of the top half of the ranked fighters. Like not including the pay-per-view for the championships. Like Aljo, like 3 fights ago, like probably made less than Sugar Sean is now.
Bro, fuck Aljo.
No, but like I'm saying like Aljo, the current champion.
Yeah.
3 fights ago.
No, because I think the champion gets us a cut of the pay-per-view.
I'm saying 3 fights like earlier in his career when he was still top 5 ranked, fighting Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
He probably made less than Sugar Sean is making now, and
Yeah.
Sugar Sean just entered the rankings, right? And people can argue that he lost the first round to fucking
to
what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Whatever.
Pedro Munoz.
Yeah, Munoz. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now he's fighting fucking Piotr Jan, all because he's bringing in the show.
That's crazy, bro.
Like Izzy is I'm pretty sure the highest paid UFC fighter right now. Like he just signed like a generational contract, like the biggest one in the UFC from what I heard, right before the Cannonier fight. But it's because look at the pregame, look at the entrances. Like he came out as the Undertaker. It was a shit fight. Don't get me wrong, but it takes 2 to tango. I'm not gonna blame either or of them. And even the post game, he was talking his shit, and he set up the next fight already. It's already signed.
I think he's just so like I think it was Chael who said it, where it was like Adesanya's so good that he can literally just turn it into a kickboxing match and just stay on the outside and touch you here, touch you there.
You know who else
and
was really?
He knows he'll win.
You know who else was really boring though because they were so good?
Who?
Anderson Silva. Watching an Anderson Silva fight when he was the champion was like boring as fuck to the point where Dana White's like, I fucking hate Anderson Silva. It took Chael Sonnen to like almost fucking win and then lose in the last few seconds for him to be like exciting. And then obviously he fucking did some stupid shit and got fucking KO'd because he was trying to be fucking weird. Whatever. But like that's why Conor McGregor, no matter what he does, can fight for a title.
Nah, fuck McGregor.
No, but like tell me right now that if Conor says yes and Oliveira says yes, that Dana wouldn't make the fight to make him.
They both want to.
I know, but I'm saying Dana would make that fight.
Nah, I don't think he would.
Dana would definitely.
You can't just give it to Conor, bro.
You can.
It's so disrespectful to every fighter.
Here's the thing: you give it to any fighter, maybe you make 600,000 pay-per-view buys. You give it to Conor,
No,
you get 1.5 million pay-per-view
You can make
buys.
them fight, but not for the belt.
No, but it doesn't. Like, tell me right now. Tell me a fight that Conor does right now where he's not the main event.
No, he will always be the main.
He could fight fucking Mateusz
But he's
Gamrot.
washed, bro. Conor's washed.
No, but I'm saying because of his pregame, postgame entertainment, he will sell out any arena. He will do over 1 million pay-per-view buys. He could literally fight Arman Sarukian, who's like number 11 on the rankings. Like if he fights Tony Ferguson, that'll be like him fighting Poirier, 1.5 million buys. Why? Because he's good before and after. That's where I see the issue with a lot of these up and coming fighters, as well as women UFC fighters. Like if you're not the champion or like Andrade, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fucking Kaylin Chukagian or whatever is like fighting Manon Fiorot in like a few weeks. I'm turning the TV off.
Yeah.
I'm actually turning the TV off for 15 minutes.
It's never anything interesting.
No, because they're gonna hug in between rounds. They're gonna like say all these nice things about each other. I don't want to see that. I want to see you fucking bash someone's fucking skull in.
Yeah, makes
Right.
sense.
Like that's what I don't get with UFC. It's like I swear to God, there are some women's fights that I saw that when I was working at a sports bar, I saw better fights in the restaurant than watching them. You know what I mean? Actually, you know what? I got a good story about that. So, it's UFC Adesanya versus Romero. This was the first ever shit fucking Adesanya fight that I can remember, right? Like before that, it was Gaslam and Whitaker, and great fights, right? Now, the co-main was Joanna and Wiley 1, right? Best women's fight I've ever seen in my life. I was losing my fucking mind. I was a server. I swear to God, taking orders. I wasn't looking at the customer. I was looking at the TV. Like they'd be saying something, I'd be like, "Oh my God!" And they're like, "What? Look at the screen." And we would watch it together. I get back to the order, kind of thing, right? So, I literally watched that fight and was in awe.
Yeah,
And
how boring it was.
No. The Wiley fight.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
That fight was amazing. And then Izzy and Yoel come out, and it is the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. Second to it just happened right now. It was after the Chandler Ferguson fight. It was a women's fight, I believe. Rose and Esparza.
Oh, yes.
So I'm literally taking orders for drinks. All of a sudden, there's a table of like 12, but it's two separate tables. It's two separate groups of 6, just in the same communal table. It's weird. You know what I mean? And you see one dude on one side, drunk as fuck, harassing the girls on the other side. And you see a big fuck. I think it was a black guy. I don't remember. It was a while ago. Fucking get up and like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And they start fucking talking. The managers get involved. I'm just watching while the Yoel fight's going on.
Bro, you're being a bystander.
No. Like there's nothing I can do. I'm not allowed to get involved.
Okay.
Right? Like they're just screaming, and I go to the black dude. I'm like, dude, I know you're gonna whoop his ass. Just please come on. Not you know what I mean? We don't need the cops called on you. I don't want you to get in trouble. Whatever. That verbal altercation was better than the fight on the screen. Like I saw some bar fights in my day working there, but a verbal altercation I was more interested in than a UFC fight.
Oh, that shit's just fun, you know. Just when it happens in person, it's so fun.
Can I tell you the most fucked up bar fight I ever saw?
Wait.
Go ahead. I don't want to take up too much. My bad.
I'm just gonna talk about like handling the situation. Okay. So in university, I was a water polo ref, right? Just for fucking like, I basically did it just so I could pay for like my groceries, alcohol, whatever. Just like a little cash on the side.
Money, yeah.
So whatever, it's like the lifeguard team versus the reigning champs, right? And it starts getting intense, right? Like it starts getting chippy, but like you know. They're fucking chirping each other.
Water polo.
Yeah. In a tube as well. Not like some like you're in a tube. right? So whatever. They start getting chippy, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like chilling. I'm like, whatever. It's it's all good, Just a little competitive fire,
Yeah, some competition, yeah.
Then all of a sudden, my manager calls, not my manager, the boss, the water polo boss, whatever, calls it off. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is a good match, Out of fucking all the fucking shit was. This is what I actually enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Sorry, the happiness on your face.
Yeah.
When they're talking. Sorry, go ahead.
So this guy, he comes to me, right? Or no, first, the way that she handled the situation was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
She goes to one team. Are you guys okay? Are you okay? And then they would be like, no, we're not okay. They said this, right? And then she would go to the other team and be like, okay, so the other team said this. What do you want to say back?
What are you gossiping about?
Yeah, it's just basically fucking just going to each team being, you said this, they said that.
She's lighting the fire.
Yeah.
She's lighting the fire.
So I was like, oh my God, right? But at this point, they're still in the pool, right? Then it comes out of the pool, right? So, right? They start getting out of the pool and start walking towards each other, right? So I'm like, as a ref, I'm like in the middle, right? So I got one team coming from this side, one team coming from this side. I'm like, is there going to be a fucking scrap and inner tube water polo? All right?
Okay.
So whatever, the guy comes, he called me fat, right? And I'm like, I'm like, that's the first thing. I'm like, I don't know how to help you there.
Tell you, bro. I don't know how to tell you this.
Yeah. And basically what I did was I just basically said, fuck off, go to your corners, Yeah. Like stop being so fucking immature. Funny. And then I basically handled the situation.
Yeah.
But it was so entertaining, bro. I was like, bro, there's gonna be a fucking scrap at inner tube water polo. I'm chilling. I'm just watching, bro.
You're not getting involved.
Nah, hell no.
Nah, the biggest the English is hard. Sorry. The one time I saw a real fucking mega scrap, I had to watch, and I was watching with all of my coworkers. We did not get involved. We're literally. There's a mini stairwell where we used to work. We were just on that stairwell on the railing, just like zoned in, just watching everything happen, right? At one point we're like, dude, please tell me there's popcorn somewhere, because it for UFC nights there would be popcorn stands sort of. It wasn't a UFC night, so I was like, I wish it was one of those days, right? So I gotta give you the layout of this restaurant. You've been there, but for the audience, right? When you walk in, there is specifically 3 different areas that you can have really big parties, right? There's a 4th one that you can make shift or whatever, but 3 really good areas. One is right on the full right side of the entrance, where it's pool tables and ping pong tables and foosball and darts and a separate bar, and you can have a big party there. Now, there is another party section that you can have, but it's literally sectioned off completely, with walls besides a door. So you have to walk in the door, and then it's just a big ass room where a lot of people will do it looks like a conference room almost, right? With TVs around and shit like that. People always rent that out to do their draft, their fantasy drafts and stuff, right? So there was 2 parties there on a dead Monday, right? I remember it was yesterday, a Monday. Now the party with the pool and darts and all that stuff was a bunch of old ass white dudes who actually knew the server, right? And they were a bunch of literally all gray haired. Some tall, some chubby, whatever.
Right.
Now, on the inside of the door, by the way, there's 2 parties are only separated by that door. It's the same area. Mm-hmm. So that door is a bunch of young black kids. You know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So they're all drinking, right? There's a bit of smell of weed in the air. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You feel good about yourself as a server. Yeah. You're like, oh, smells someone's having fun. Yeah. All of a sudden, some dude comes to the bar. He's like, can I get some ice? And I'm thinking for his drink. Mm-hmm. He was like, and then I'm like, I got him ice. He's like, no, for my hand. What the fuck did you do? Right? All of a sudden, I see in the corner, mans are fucking throwing chairs, punching each other. And I'm like,
and he just calmly came to you and was like, can I have some ice, please?
Yeah. He stepped out of the brawl to grab ice, right? And I go to the server. I'm like, what the fuck happened, right? She's like, the specific guy that I knew in that party opened the door, grabbed the chair. He was drunk out of his mind, obviously, right? Calls 3 separate dudes the N-word while throwing the chair at them because they're like huddled together.
I would start scrapping too,
Yeah,
bro.
on the back of the head, boom. Right? I'm really descriptive about this right now. All of a sudden, the 15 other friends there beat the ever living shit out of him.
Yeah, he deserved it though.
But like the door's closed, so his friends don't realize. And then the door opens, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" So all of a sudden, just boom, boom.
They all jump in.
They all jump in, right? Because they're like, the old white guys are trying to get the friend out of there, but the black dudes are just fucking wailing, right?
Jeez.
But you gotta understand, these are older white guys, and like some of them are fucking massive dudes, not fat, like strong or tall or whatever. So a lot of them aren't taking damage, but they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And they're, I swear to God, the fight like kind of calmed down, right? But there were two more black dudes and the initial white guy and another guy outside while the cops were on the way. It was a weird like thing where the two black guys are like screaming at the guy. The white guy is saying all kinds of slurs and shit. But then the friend is just there trying to tell him to shut the fuck up. Now, he turns around, black dude punches him across the face, right? He eats it. Doesn't fucking flinch.
Yeah.
The black guy...
Poker face.
No. He didn't feel pain, this guy.
I'm sure he felt it.
No. He like just fucking whatever. He ate it, just looked at him, right? He's like, "I know you're upset, but not with me, with him. Don't fucking punch me." Guy keeps swinging. Swear to God, like a fucking older brother and younger brother. He held him by, like he put his hand out, held him by the head, and the guy couldn't reach.
Like that, bro?
Yeah. Trying to hit him, but couldn't, right after. And then the two black guys are like, "We're going to the car." And I'm like, okay, maybe now I should like, pay attention to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They just drive away or whatever. Like I thought they were going to come out with some fucking weapons because whenever there's a fight happens and someone says, "I'm going to the car," that's what I assume at all times.
Okay.
That's not a racist thought, you fuckers, okay? Now, here's the best part of the story. We called the cops. Took them 25 minutes to get there. The police station is our neighbor.
Yeah, they're right there.
Is our fucking neighbor.
Yeah.
We told them 20v20 bar brawl. Yeah, we'll come when we can. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
They can walk over, bro. Maybe they walk.
my guy, a walk is a fucking is a crossing light. Mm-hmm. My guy, it's 5 minutes at the max.
Bro, they finished their lunch. They took a walk,
They were enjoying the birds, you know what I mean? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I will never trust that a cop will be somewhere urgently for me.
Yeah, I haven't had the experience, luckily. Knock on wood.
Yeah, neither have I. Knock on wood.
But
you're right. But I'm saying, if there was a home invasion, let's say, and I'm in the house, I tell my wife to call the cops. I'm still going to think the cops aren't going to be here until it's 2 over. So I got to fucking get ready for that.
Yeah. I think, like, if I have a bat, bro.
That's all I need.
Yeah. Because
there's no way they have a gun.
They don't have a gun, I would assume. If they had a gun.
If we're in America, they have a gun. If they're in America, we have a gun.
But if I have a baseball bat, bro, I played a little bit of baseball growing up. Like, I know how to swing a fucking bat, right? And I have reach as well. Bro, I can defend myself against 99% of anything.
I'm saying,
especially if it's my house, bro. It's like it's home court, bro.
Yeah, home court advantage.
Home court advantage.
I gotta ask you a question. Actually, this is a good question to ask. Did you watch? So, like, you obviously know Andrew Tate, right? Have you watched any of the recent highlights about him going on streams and talking to like Aiden Ross or XQC? Yeah. You see what XQC said?
Bro, XQC's a bitch.
I'm sorry. What a French pussy. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Andrew Tate's like, you're telling me, right? If an intruder comes into your house, you're not taking out a gun and getting ready. The first thing XQC says, who's the better shot between me and my girlfriend?
Okay, well, to be fair, that has like some kind of valid thing. If your girl is a fucking sharpshooter, she was in the fucking army, she knows how to fucking,
My guy.
I'll give it to her.
No. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I'm taking it. You know why? I can be the worst shot in the world. You're the intruder. You're right there. What am I going to shoot over here?
I think, yeah, I agree. I think the only time I would like relinquish the gun as if my girl is like some
You're outside. You're outside.
No. Some trained like
Lethal assassin.
yeah, lethal assassin, bro, who's like fucking grew up in fucking Russia and like she knows the ins and outs of everything.
Tell me you're
it.
marrying a lethal assassin right
Nah,
now.
probably not.
I'm sorry.
It would be sick.
Call me. It would be. Call me a misogynist. I cannot date a girl who could whoop my ass or kill me at the fucking site.
What if she's at like a 10 and really nice, and also a doctor?
What, my guy? What if she gets drunk one day and decides, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of my husband?
Fair enough.
No.
I don't see it like that. I think if she's like a trained fighter, great. It's cool.
Look at John Jones. When he's sober, he's fine, but when he starts drinking, he beats the fuck out of his wife.
Fair enough.
Like, I'm sorry, don't take this the wrong way, woman, but if you can beat the fuck out of your man, and I'm your man, I'm not your man.
No, I
can,
actually
bro.
like I always find like people who fight or have like we had this one buddy in university who did like jujitsu.
Yeah.
And every time we would drink, he would like start practicing locks. Like he wouldn't like hold them, right? But he would just be like, "Oh, I could choke you," and stuff like that.
Nope.
I'm like, nah, don't do that.
If he tried that with me, he would probably win. I wouldn't be able to do shit, but I would get mad. You know what I mean? Well,
I'll get
actually, if it's BJJ, I gotta wonder how you get in that predicament because you're not fucking.
Well,
crawling on the
you'll
ground.
just be like sitting on a chair like this, literally like having a beer, and then he'll like see the free neck, bro, and he'll go for a rear naked choke.
No. What I would do is I would tap, and the second he let go, I turn around and punch him right in the fucking face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I just found like that's a thing with fighters.
No, I mean it is. I know what you're talking about, but that's why I can never date a fighter. I'm sorry. Think about a man.
If they're like that, then yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you're a fighter in any regard, like at a high level in any regard, it's in your blood. You know what I mean? The second, like, not even drinking. You know what I mean? Just everything about your life has to do with fighting. It's like when you're a musician, everything that you see in this world has something to do with with music.
So you're saying that you can't marry anyone that is dedicated to one thing?
No. Dedicated to fighting.
Oh, okay.
Like if they're a fucking black belt and they could whoop my ass.
I feel like it's not a bad thing, bro.
Look, let's say I have a girlfriend and her name is fucking Marilyn. Okay. I'm using Marilyn because I don't know anyone with that name, Marilyn. Okay. Now imagine Marilyn is not a fighter. She gets upset. Oh no, Marilyn's upset. Imagine I break up with her and I start dating someone named fucking Jocelyn.
Okay.
I'm just using names that I don't know people with that name.
Actually, no, Jocelyn.
And she is a fighter.
Okay.
It's, oh fuck no, Jocelyn's mad.
Yeah.
I'm not getting my ass kicked
Yeah.
because I didn't clean the dishes.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Or sorry, like what's it called? I went out with some friends she doesn't like. I'm gonna come home and she's gonna beat the fuck out of me. Hell no. No, there's no fucking way. With all due respect, if I need to, I need to be the dominant one in the relationship.
Yeah, we can go into that. I feel like we should go into
Yeah,
that.
'cause I'm not an angry person in any way, right? So like I know I'll never I will never hit a woman.
No.
Who I call my girlfriend, my wife, or my kids, or whatever.
In general, you wouldn't hit a woman.
If someone hits me 10 times, I'm giving them a smack. You ever see those videos and it's like a dude?
I feel like if they were trying to hit you, you would just push them off.
No, like you ever see those videos where like a girl's repeatedly fucking hitting a dude?
I just wouldn't
and he's
allow
like,
that.
hit me one more, like don't hit me again, and then they keep doing it, and you're just like, fuck you.
No. So
I will 100% do.
Andrew Tate actually had a thing on this where it was like, he was being like, any girl that goes to like a self-defense class, and because she thinks like it's gonna save her from a guy. He said, let me put it in this perspective. It's like me trying to go fight a lion. Doesn't matter how trained I am, bro. The lion's gonna fucking rip my arms off, bro.
Yeah.
So same fucking shit. I think like, unless she's literally like a 7-footer jujitsu like special or like whatever, like some fighter, professional fighter, they can't hurt you, bro.
Well, look, the difference between a man and a lion and a woman and a dude
It's the same.
No. If a woman is like a black belt jujitsu or whatever,
She
you can definitely fucking try to hit her, right? All it takes
she'll kick a guy's ass.
all it takes is a slip and a fucking takedown and you're dead.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. Like if you have some training and she has a lot of training, that's a different story. I'm talking about me with no training at all versus someone with a lot of training, right? Because all that it takes for me to be able to fuck up somebody who's like 120 pounds, guy or girl, is
one punch.
No, well, yes, but knowing a little bit about fighting.
Yeah.
Like if I know nothing about fighting, a 120-pound dude who knows how to fight will fuck me up. Why? Because he'll grab my legs, take me down. That's it. If I know how, if I have a little bit of takedown defense or counter punching or whatever, that's a different story completely. That's how I think, right? Now,
bro, we gotta do. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. But like the same goes where like if I know if I know how to fight, I'm like a fucking world champion in fucking kickboxing, but I also have like a fucking wrestling background or whatever. I could still get my shit knocked in by a 300-pound dude who just knows how to punch properly. Why? One punch.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not me being like I can fuck all you up. That's me saying realistically you gotta think about it both ways, right?
Size is a huge thing.
Yeah, like when it came to that fucking 20v20 brawl, the white dude, like some of the white guys were like 6'5". Look, they look like firefighters, but 6'5", right? They could have fucked up those kids. Because those kids are like young 20s. They could have fucked them up if they want to. But they knew their friend was in the wrong. So like, you know what? He can take a few more punches and then we'll pull him out. That's literally what they did. I swear to God, I'm watching it and you literally saw one of the guys just look at his friend get fucking hit a few times, wait a few seconds. All right, now I'm pulling him out. Which, by the way, it's a life lesson right there.
Exactly.
Don't be racist, kids.
Now, I want to talk about Andrew Tate a little bit. I don't know if you saw he went on the Full Send podcast as well.
I saw it. I didn't watch it. I didn't have time.
He had some hot takes in there for sure.
Tell me and I'll talk and I'll react.
Like he was saying, women only become feminists because they're not hot. A little true. Anyways.
That is, like, no. Like a normal feminist, like I want women's rights. Yes, that's fine. But like I'm talking the super feminist.
Yeah, that's what he means.
All have colored hair, chubby. Yes.
Bro, when I watch Andrew Tate, I honestly, and I know this is gonna sound bad.
You know,
I don't disagree with with many things that he says. In general, I know he takes it to the extreme.
Yeah.
But he's thinking like core principles.
Yeah, and then he's just going extremist on it.
And then he goes extreme. But like if you just break it down and think what he's actually saying, bro. Like for example, I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so he said like men crave power, right? And then he was like, well, why do you want to be famous, right? It's so you can like have some influence or something like that, right?
Okay.
Fuck, I don't know where I'm going with this, but because I don't remember what he said. It was a fucking long ass podcast, but just in general, like shit that he says, I don't disagree with.
Like, a lot of it is very like, he's just saying it because it's funny, and this is like I remember talking to my brother about this. He's like, I fucking hate Andrew Tate. I'm like, why? He just speaks nonsense, and I'm like, yeah, the majority of what he says is nonsense, but it's funny.
Yeah,
and then
it's for an entertainment.
Yeah. And then you go down to the core principles, and you're like, oh, I understand it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you're closed-minded people don't have the perception of like, or sorry, the mental capacity to be like, oh, what he's saying is fucking crazy, but let's dig deeper into it.
Yeah, like he said he has like a Bugatti, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then the Nelk boys were like, would you let a chick drive your Ferrari? And he was like, no. Right? And they go, why? And he goes, because if she crash, like let's say I give it to my bro and he crashes. He's going to work extra hard to pay it off, right? Like he's going to say like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it right, all this stuff. And then he's like, if a bitch crashes your car, oh my God, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Like, and then you just, if you get mad at her, she'll leave and not pay. Bro, that's actually facts, bro. That's actually full on facts. It's full on facts.
I knew where that was going the minute you said it. Oh, it's fucking great.
Like, I feel like if I ever broke anything that's like not mine, I would at least offer or try my best to pay, you know? But I've never seen it the other way.
Do you want me to shit on some woman real quick?
Yeah, go for it. It's trending on TikTok, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The bill is $80 at a restaurant, not including tax. So tax is like 90 something bucks.
Mm-hmm.
The dude's like, okay, I'll give $15 tip. So the bill is $106.25 or something. He pulls out $105. The woman's like, oh, don't worry, babe. I got this. Don't worry. You don't got to pay. Gives him $1.25. That's my favorite fucking joke. Like, you know what, though? When it comes to money, especially as a server, that was just a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. What I've realized as a server, times are changing, right? So I've started to see some differences in how people like spend their money for me being a server. Like before this job, I served pre-COVID only, about a year and a half. I saw 2 women pay for their man, right? Ever in the year and a half. And one was like an 18% tip. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. Come whenever you like. And one was like 5%. But she was so adamant on paying for it, right? And I knew I was a good server to her, right? So I was like, okay, well, fuck you then.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
5% tip.
First of all, do yourself a favor. If you're going to tip less than 10%, don't tip at all. Because that is more respectful than tipping 3, 4, 5%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Sorry. Side note. Now that I'm serving at like a place in Toronto that like has people of all like ethnicities and backgrounds and whatever, and it's post-COVID where like times are really changing in the sense of like the woman empowerment and whatever. A lot more women are paying for their dudes, in the sense of like I'm sorry, your first few dates, dude always pays whatever, and they should pay the majority of the time, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then, it's always nice to get, you know what I mean, the girl to pay. It feels good, right? That's where I go. So I think a lot more people are seeing it that way. So girls are paying and leaving good tips, right? But like, I could tell that one bad mistake, one not even that bad of a mistake, like a minuscule thing, like I didn't refill their drink within the minute, or like their food, they asked for sweet fries, came with regular fries. Oops, sorry, I'll get you sweet fries. 2 minutes later, it's out. Keep the regular fries. Tip drops. Fat. Like it goes from 15 to fucking 7. And I'm looking at you like, why? Like what? Like what is so wrong? Like what is so wrong with fucking the one small mistake? Like if I made a big mistake, you know what I mean? Wrong meal put in, you waited too long. I get that, right? It's not always my fault, but I get why the tip reflects it, because you know what I mean. It's a whole system, right? But a girl is like so proud, like she is so reluctant to give out her money.
Yeah.
She needs to be not pampered, but like she needs to be fucking. You need to give 120%, or else you're not getting the 100%. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
It makes sense to me, bro. But they'll still chirp you if you're cheap.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and they'll chirp you for cheap. Like I told you, I serve a lot of Blue Jays fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 kinds of Blue Jays fans, right? And I'm gonna talk about one specifically. It's like the dudes who are going out. They tell me in advance they're gonna pay for the whole meal of whoever's there. I'm like, okay, fine. Bill's $400, right? Most dudes aren't making money to spend $400 like that, right? Not to mention they went to a game, so there's another $100 there, or whatever. They're tipping fat. They're having a good time. The money doesn't matter to them. But I'm telling you, the girl goes on a date with a dude, everything has to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference I see when it comes to men and women paying. So I can understand Andrew Tate in a sense, because like if I had a girlfriend and she crashed the car, I would more than likely believe that I'm paying for it and not her. But my brother, who scratched my car by accident, is getting it repaired right now.
Bro, it's just facts, bro.
Like
it's just facts.
Like I think that we're gonna get to a point where people it's a lot more 50-50, and like I think it just comes with time.
That's what they want.
Like I think the kids now who are seeing their moms pay or whatever are gonna become like the dudes now. So I think it just takes time. But it's the fact that like a girl was like, no offense, my mom said this: if a dude ever made me pay for a date, I don't care how many months it's been, I'm leaving the dude. Right?
Just straight up?
Like
ever?
In the 80s and 90s, right?
Yeah.
So you're going from that to like, okay, I'll pay now, like once every now and then, to 50-50, right?
It's definitely not 50-50.
No, I'm saying later it'll be 50-50 or something like that, depending on the relationship, right?
No, hear me out, bro.
Yep.
If a chick asked you out, and then, you know, she asked you out, she takes you out. First of all, I feel like that's a little, like, demasculating, but besides the point.
Are we talking first dates or long relationship?
Let's say it's, like, still freshly new, right? Like, let's say it's, like, your 4th or 5th date.
Okay.
She goes, let me take you out, right? First of all, I just feel like that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like, I take you out.
Yeah. And then, let's say you're like, okay, fine. You know, take me out, sure. When the bill comes, are you going to be like, that's on you? I feel like I'm still going to pay, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to drive.
Okay.
So,
Drive. I don't think driving really matters.
okay.
I think no matter what, the dude will always just drive just because it's like, first of all, it's not a topic of conversation. Plus, it's just like not a pride thing, but like, as a dude, I love to be in control of the car. Like, I know that when I drive.
It's safe.
No. That's not where I'm going with it. Like, I just like being behind the wheel. I like being in control or whatever. And like a lot of the girls that I know, they'd rather be driven because they're doing other things on like whatever. So fuck off, okay?
Yeah,
that's not where I was going with that. Kind of true, but don't fucking make me think that way, okay? Now, I've had like some relationships where the girl would try to pay, and I'd be like straight up like, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying, and that's the end of it, right? And then they're like, okay. And I would get mad. You're not fighting for the bill?
Nah, they won't fight, bro. They'll be like, oh, you know.
No, the worst part, like, here, imagine.
I'll tell you this, bro.
Imagine that, hold this, right? Imagine that's the bill, right? You're a dude, I'm a girl, right? I got big titties, right? We're on a date. Like, I've seen girls legitimately do this. No, let me pay for it. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Sebastian Maniscalco said it. He's like, you got to reach for the bill, but you can't reach too far.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, bro. The girl that I'm seeing on our first date, she didn't even offer to pay. Didn't even offer to pay for herself. Now,
Hold on. Is this the girl that I said go fuck yourself?
Yes.
And she go,
Now, here's the thing. Because we hung out before, like going on an official date or whatever. So we had a conversation. I was like, about like going on dates. And then I was like, yeah, I usually pay for like the first 3, right? First 3, first 5, whatever it is.
yeah, I think the rule should be for every 5 dates you go on, it's 4 to 1. But the one should be special.
So whatever. We went on our first date, bro. She didn't even offer. She was like, oh, yeah, you said you would get it. I was like, you know what? I did say that. But I would at least be like, you know, do like the fake fucking, I got it.
Give me the false hope,
Yeah.
right? No, you know what the worst one I ever heard was? I think it was like on Abba and Preach or something, where the girl forgot to bring her wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. If you don't bring your wallet to dinner, you're a piece of shit.
Nah, hell no.
You're actually a bitch. I'm sorry. Like, imagine like the bill comes, right? And I think you told this story on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where like the girls came up to you and your buddies, whatever, and it's like, let's order some shots.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't think I said that on the podcast.
No, you want to talk about it?
I could talk about it.
Okay. So, you know what? Fuck my story.
You were there, right?
No, I was not there.
Oh, okay.
So, tell the story. And this is what I mean when it comes to like, you better be prepared to always have the money on you.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So we went back on like the last month of our house lease before we got.
When you were in your final year of school, you went back to school for the last month.
We finished
even
university.
though it was COVID.
It was the summer, but our lease went to the end of the summer.
Yes.
So then we went back in the summer for like the last time.
The final hurrah.
Yeah. So we go to like this fucking bar. Not bar. It's like a
Isn't it like a patio bar?
restaurant bar kind of thing.
It's like a rooftop patio, no?
Yeah, no, it's not a rooftop. It's just like
My bad.
whatever. It's like a restaurant patio bar place, right? All of a sudden, these fucking 2 chicks come, hop into our booth, and the reason that we have space in our booth, it's because our buddy drank way too much, and he was yakking in the bathroom.
Emotional, drunk, tall, or inconspicuous? Tall.
He was yakking in the restaurant bathroom.
Okay.
So we had some empty space in our booth. chicks come, let's get some shots. Let's get some shots, right?
Was it like they were there and then over time they said that, or immediately?
No, they came in and they just came in hot, right? So then, I'm like, I'll get some shots. All good with me. I'll have a shot. And I looked at my buddy. Because I immediately know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
I've never talked to this chick, and she just comes in and starts saying, let's get some shots.
Real quick, sidetrack. Dudes, if you ever go out drinking and someone tries to get you to buy them a shot, no, you do not do that. You can buy someone a drink if you think there's a vibe going, and you could be wrong, whatever. But if a girl is ever the one to be like, let's get drinks together, fuck no, because you're not paying for her, okay? Because she's going to use you. That's it. Go ahead.
So I get my shot, whatever. And then we realized that, like, our buddy in the bathroom, he's not making it back. So, our other buddy took him home, and the whole vibe kind of got ruined.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, fuck it, let's just leave. So we asked for the bill, and at this time the chicks are still at the bar, right? And I'm like, separate bills.
Of course. Of course.
Right. So the waiter goes like, ooh, the shots, like who's paying for the shots? I'm like, separate bills, right? All of a sudden, my Amex is not working. I don't have a card. All this stuff. So basically, I knew it was gonna happen the whole time. So I fucking just start ripping into them.
They said they couldn't pay, and what did you do?
I don't remember. Oh yeah. I did one of those. You better start scrubbing or something.
Start
like
cleaning
that.
start
Yes.
cleaning the dishes in the back.
Yeah. Basically, just ripping into them because I knew they were gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
So they were calling me a fucking asshole. Oh, you're such an asshole. That's how you treat women and all this stuff. I'm like, no, I treat women, bro. You try to fucking scam me, and I fully like see it.
Yeah. You know what? That is a fucking scam, by the way, right? But take it in, they tried to use the generality of is this how you treat all women?
Yeah. Oh
Like-
my god, they're like, you're such an asshole. This is how you treat all women. And I was like, no, that's how I treat people like you.
Yeah, straight up.
I
It's
think I was saying stuff like
I'm sorry, you're not a woman. You're a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we would go out drinking, right? And this was like back when a lot of people in our group didn't have money, but I did because I was working.
Mm-hmm.
I would see somebody who I haven't seen in a long time, like a girl, right? And I wouldn't be trying to hook up, but I'd buy them a drink, right? Why? Because they're the fucking homie, right? Or whatever. And I remember, like, specifically, one time a dude's like, yo, you trying to get in her pants? I'm like, no, she's a fucking friend, right? Now, we would go to a bar, me and you, we know the bar, and we were trying to hook up with different girls. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, right? I remember literally buying, I don't know if it was you or me or whatever. One of us literally bought a girl a drink. She said thank you and left.
I don't think it was me.
Fuck.
Bro.
Okay, it was me. Whatever. She was vibing, and then I bought her a drink, and she walked away with the drink.
Because you know why I don't think it was me. I don't like to just buy a girl a drink that I don't know. I think I've done it like once.
Oh,
ever.
really?
And then it happened, and I was like, okay, never doing that again.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's fair. But yeah, the only time I ever like buy girls a drink is if like we're vibing, and you can almost 100% tell that she's not with like talking to you just because of a free alcohol.
That's pretty hard to tell.
It is, but like I'm saying, like if you're vibing with the girl, like here's a good example. That same place, this was a specific night, right? That I think you might remember. It was me, you, two other guys, right? And we're talking to 3 different girls, right? Initially, you were talking to the main girl. You weren't vibing, and then I just ended up vibing with her. I think now you know. It's fine, whatever.
Say again.
So you tried to vibe with her. You just weren't vibing. We're in like whatever. And then I started vibing with her.
I don't remember.
I was initially talking to her friend as a wingman. I don't know if that helps. Whatever. So it was 3 girls, 4 dudes, but one of our buddies was fucking puking somewhere. Right? He was fucked.
It's a common theme.
But he never has those nights, or he never whatever. I haven't talked to him in a while. Whatever. So we're 3 guys, 3 girls at that point. They buy their own drinks or whatever. They offered to buy we just bought a round. They bought for themselves. We bought for ourselves. And then after that, I bought her a drink because I was like, okay, she's literally buying herself drinks or whatever. She's not, you know what I mean? And then the vibe was good, whatever. Nothing ended up happening or whatever. But like it wasn't like she wasn't using me for money.
Right.
I think that is like a lot more respectable than a fucking girl sitting in your fucking seat Let's get some shots.
Yeah. I buy like drinks for my friends or also like my friends that are girls as well.
Yeah.
But just like a random girl that you meet at the bar, like unless you like fully know that you can like go home with her or something like
Or
that.
there is a vibe there.
Yeah, you got her number already, you know, like you're fucking vibing, and then she's like, see, I feel like she shouldn't even ask. It should be like, you know, you had a vibe for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you're like, you need something to do. So then you go get a get a
By the
drink.
way, speaking of number, that was a great Andrew Tate thing. I don't know if you remember this. He's like, dude, if you ever ask for a girl for her number and she's willing to give it up, what you do, one of the last digits, you purposely give the wrong number, and you see if they tell you that it's the wrong number or not. That's how you know if you're in. That's a fucking
move.
Bar, dude. That is
But also you gotta take in that they might be drunk, so maybe they'll just like look at like the first.
No, you gotta
few.
tell them. Like, let's say my number is fucking like in US, it's like a 5. I think the for TV they do 5550121 as like the fake number.
Whatever. Let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4 the last digits, and you say it's 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they tell you no, it's 4. That's how you know you're fucking in.
Yeah.
That's a bar, dude. That's Andrew Tate.
Top G, bro.
That's why he's the gangster, bro.
Yeah,
That's why.
Common Tate W.
But yeah, it is fucking crazy though. I feel like, you know what? Maybe we move away from this subject because I feel like we're just shitting all over now.
We did for like 20 minutes.
Yo, I got some crazy shit to tell you.
Yeah.
So, I said already, but like I worked 6 days in a row this week, right? Now that included Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and over the weekend there was a bunch of like festivals going on in the area. There was Carabana, there was Veld. There's literally a Blue Jays game every fucking day. There was a bunch of concerts, even though like I think Shawn Mendes canceled or something for mental health issues, whatever.
Wow.
Don't get me started. If he has
also Drake got canceled, but he got COVID.
He did the OVO thing though, didn't he?
No, that got canceled.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not a good time for fucking Canadian artists at this point. But so Veld, if you guys don't know, Veld is like the biggest EDM festival in Ontario. Maybe in Canada as well. I'm not sure what else is in Canada. But this year, because there was 2 years off, they did 3 days instead of 2. Bunch of artists, whatever. Now, I started working at this restaurant maybe a month ago. Now, I'm cool with everybody. I think everyone legitimately likes me a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I got one homie, and she knows her fucking name. She might even be watching this. If you know, you know. Right? She was trying to... she lived in BC. Mm-hmm. And she's a model, whatever. She's a friend from Winnipeg who came up to Ontario just for Veld, right? Mm-hmm. And she was trying to get me to hook up with her friend.
Okay.
Just
the homie.
The homie.
Yeah.
She also lives downtown and stuff, right? So, like, she was trying to fuck. Like, she literally called me one day being like, yo, have you left work yet? I'm like, I'm about to leave. She's like, no, you better fucking Uber to this place right now. I'm like, dude, I got to work in 8 hours. You know what I mean? I can't fucking go to an after-hours club, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. She's the homie who tried to get me to hook up with this girl. So yesterday was my last day of like this 6 days in a row, and I finished relatively early, like 9 p.m. Right, and her friends last night here or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chill for a few hours, wait for it to close down, and then we'll just go out after, like me and my coworkers, and maybe she'll show up after, right? She ended up not showing. That's not what the story's about. I ended up going out with everyone. We drank, we had some food, whatever. We had a good time. But I already missed the last train home. So I had to take the bus that I told you about, the fucking street bus, to get like 2/3 of the way there, Uber, whatever. I'm on this bus, right? I have wireless earphones in. I'm vibing. I'm playing Wordle right now, right? I'm just chilling. There's a dude to my right. A bunch of dudes are sitting up. I'm sitting down, whatever. Sorry, standing up. I'm sitting down. All of a sudden, in like a fail swoop, once again, I have the earphones in. I can't really hear. I just see everyone look behind me. What the fuck is going on, right? 3 a.m. Everyone looks away. They all look back again. I'm like, is someone doing a musical right now? What is this going on? I take out my earphones. There's a dude to my right who doesn't look weird at all. It's like some Asian guy. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on, right? He's like, oh, there's some fucking skits in the back, right? Or like someone being fucking like a crackhead. I assume it's some homeless dude saying some stupid shit. Because that's always what happens. I don't know why in Toronto, like, whenever I'm on a bus, there's always some drunk dude screaming shit.
Okay. That's the worst. Bro.
Weird fucking side.
So,
you know what I mean?
So weird.
Everyone's out drinking, and then all of a sudden they get on the bus and just like,
Yeah.
what's up, party people? Like super shit, right? That's what I think, right? So I put a headphone back in, and all of a sudden I see them start talking, like people that I was talking to, like screaming back. I'm like, you know what? Headphones away. Some shit's about to happen. I gotta be able to hear shit, right? So the whole bus is like standing up at this point, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I look at the back. I don't see a homeless guy, right? I see 3 girls and 2 guys on the back seat of the bus, right? And no one's talking at that point. But there's like a bunch of guys in front of me telling the girls to come over to them. They literally stood up out of their chair, gave the girls their seat. I'm like, oh, cool, gentlemen. Faith in humanity, right? And then I see them talk to one of the dudes, be like, hey, you two, get over there. All of a sudden, dude stands up on the chair on the moving bus. His pants are like a little lower, like kind of low riding, but it looks like he has a thong up to his fucking belly button.
Oh, jeez.
Okay? It wasn't a thong. It was just really fucking pulled up pants, right? And he's just speaking nonsense. But he's younger than me, I think. Like, you remember in high school, there was always that one kid who told you to invest in his stock business or some shit. Like,
now?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna make you so much profit within the next year. Trust me. Like, he's looked like one of those kids, right? And he's like, I'm not gonna attack anybody. Don't worry. I would rather sue you all into the ground. I'm like, my guy, it's a 3 a.m. bus. You're not getting sued for shit, right? Now, there's a dude beside me. He's a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, but lean, black guy, right? And he was the only black dude in this group. He's like, bro, shut the fuck up, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone moved, and we all gave them our seats as we stood up, right? Which, by the way, faith in humanity restored kind of moment, right? Dude's like, yo, shut the fuck up before I beat your ass, right? And he's like, bro, you ain't gonna do shit. All of a sudden, he grabs his bag. And I'm like, oh, shit. Here's where I die. Mm-hmm. Legit. I'm like, okay, here we go. He just grabs it, and he goes off the next bus stop, right? The second he gets off the bus stop, we start cheering. Just like, yeah, right? But he's holding on to the bus. So the bus ain't moving for like 5 minutes. Oh. And we're like, oh, he's trying to trap us first before he gasses us or some shit. Yeah. Right? But he ended up leaving, whatever. Nuke gets off the next bus. And then we're all just looking around like, what the fuck, right? This is Toronto for you guys, right? And this is kind of the end of the story, to be fair. But it's like one dude, some fucked up human being, but everyone else is super nice.
Yeah. It's usually
we were dabbing each other up after. Yeah. We're like, yo, we fucking beat the villain and shit.
Makes sense. All right, I got one more thing, and then I'm falling asleep almost. So.
Wow, you're trying to say that we're boring?
Yeah, a little bit. Anyways, I have one more thing.
Go for it.
I won't call it. So I had as you may know, in episode 8 or something, I said that I went to the dentist, and then they found like a little cavity, so I went back, right, to get the cavity filled.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, bro, okay, the first time was like super chill, you know? I don't expect
getting a cavity
the same thing as well.
Sucks.
Right? So the doctor comes in, or the dentist comes in, he's like checking it on. He's like, okay, just open up for me. And he like checks it first with his fingers, and then he's like, okay, one more time. And he just brings out a fucking needle, bro. Now, I've never had like a needle go in my mouth before. He was gonna freeze it. He's like, yeah. But bro, like barely any warning, bro. He's like, I'm gonna freeze it, and freezes it, bro. Not like, no time to prepare, right?
No, I would legit. First of all, yeah, fuck your doctor, by the way. I would legit be like, yo, close your eyes for a sec. I'm just gonna check something out. I'm gonna freeze your mouth. That way, I'm sorry. Anyone who says they're not afraid of needles, you see a big enough needle, you're scared.
It was a fat needle, bro.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah. I had the same thing happen to me.
Yeah, so
go ahead,
bro. I wasn't scared. Like, I knew. I was just like, why didn't you just give me like a little warning, you know? But honestly, I was like, okay, it's happening. Like, you know, just chill. It didn't hurt that much either. Whatever, bro. So he freezes my face, right, or half my face.
You're like, at this point, you're Justin Bieber, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, but here's the thing, bro.
Sorry, that was.
Did I tell you that?
No.
I was also gonna be my joke.
No.
But anyways, it's all good. So I think like, because this never happened to me, I think like, okay, maybe like, you know, I won't feel like a little bit of my face, you know?
No. You're literally the weekend because you
Bro.
can't feel your face.
Bro, from literally half my face to the side,
Dead.
right? And I don't care that like my face is frozen or whatever. I'm thinking about my tongue, bro. I'm like sitting in the chair. I can't feel my fucking tongue, right? So I'm afraid I'm gonna fucking like swallow my tongue, right? Because I can't feel it, or I can't feel half of it, I should say.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he starts like going to work, right? Or no, first he leaves. He's like, yeah, give it like 2 minutes. Then he comes back. I'm sitting in my fucking chair. I just like making sure I don't swallow my tongue. Anyways, so he starts like working, right? And then like around like halfway through, he's like, just try to relax your tongue, you know, like I know it's a natural instinct for it to like fight things off in its mouth. So at this point, I had no idea, like I thought my tongue was just like chilling there, right? So I was like, what's it? He's like, if you have any, like if you want me to stop, just raise your hand. So I like raise my hand. I'm like, has my tongue been doing that the whole time? And he's like, yeah, it's like kind of going, just try to relax it. Bro, I thought it was just fucking like chilling in my mouth, right? So I was like, fuck, right? What the hell do I do in this situation? Because the dentist is trying to work, and my tongue is just fucking going all over the place. And at this point, I can feel, so whatever, he fucking sticks his fingers in, and he like holds my tongue down. And at that point, I can feel like that there was pressure on my tongue, but I couldn't like not give pressure back, you know, like it was just force meaning force, and I couldn't let go of the force, right? So whatever, he fucking works. Then we end, right? And at the end, I like noticed that, or like was starting to kind of feel my tongue a little bit. So I was like, sorry about my tongue. Like I couldn't like not do anything, right? And he's like, you know what? Like some people like their tongues are more resilient than others, but yours was like an Olympian. I was like, bro, I didn't even know I was fucking doing anything, right? So then I like made a joke just to like.
I'm gonna say that's a fucking compliment right there, bro.
So I was just like, just to end it, I was like, yeah, you know, like I do tongue day at the gym or whatever, you know, and then left, and that was it. But it was so fucking funny, bro. When it happened, it was so funny. Yeah.
So girls, you heard it here first, bro. He's a tongue Olympian, bro.
Yeah, low-key a compliment, bro.
It's a fat compliment. What do you mean?
Also,
low-key?
like his assistant, she was pretty good looking. I was like, you hear that? No, I didn't say that, but.
Oh, that's fucked up, dude. All right, you know what? If you guys have been here that long, I want you guys to put tongue Olympian in the fucking comments right there. That was amazing. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh man. All right, you guys. We're gonna end the podcast here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It'll be up on Tuesday, I believe. Sorry for the delay, but your boys have been working a lot.
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't worry, we're gonna be getting back to normal hours hopefully very soon. Hope to see you guys very soon. Have a great fucking rest of your weeks. Be safe, be smart, and a little stupid. Have a good night. Peace.